we have one job left on this Fiesta now, and I will show you what it is. Since doing the rear of it and all the bodywork and everything, now the blowers inside don't work. So we've checked the fuses, but I am going to show you what it's doing, and then we've got to check the motor and the regulator inside and the relay. So let's go. Alright, so just to show, oh, turn the ignition on for me. So we have light on there, and then this no and no power on either of them, and I'll also show you the inside as well. So turn it on all the way up, we have absolutely nothing coming out at all. Right, Sophie's in right, that and that on.
I like the exact same.
Right, that's Sophie's, hold that one. That's one in. Right. That's...
Right?
Yeah. Just turn the ignition on.
Ignition's on.
Nothing. Okay, so it's not that.
Oh yeah, I felt a gust of wind and I thought it was no.
No, right. Now on to the next bit, and what we're going to do, undo this screw. Oh, that's a Phillips. Okay, hang on. Bit of a tight getting in here. So you've got two Torx pieces here, and one above. Alright, let me get them out. Oh no, I'll show you afterwards. Try and see if I can do it like this. So we're going to test that end one. Alright. So we're just going to test. And you can see it says power going to that. Now let's get the regulator out. So Connor actually managed to get it out for the awkward position it is under there. So that's the one out of here. Now we're going to get the other one and try it and see if that sorts the problem out. So let's go and get the other one. That is the old one out. We're now going to put this one in and see if it works. This is a job that is not the easiest, and this is no means by at all a tutorial, but if you're liking it, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Right, that is out in. Let's have a look. Right. Still absolutely nothing, which means it's probably the motor. Morning guys, back with another one, and this time is for the blower motor in the Fiesta, which is a pig of a job, but we're going to get it done, so let's go. Okay, we're in the passenger side, and I'm going to try and do this a little bit different to how other people are doing it on YouTube, and I'm going to take out the glove box, followed by the glove box out with the fuse, and try and come in from the back and put it out this way rather than that way, and having to release the clutch. So let's see if we can get that done. Totally left this in, and just in case anybody else tries to do it this way, and you'll see it can't be done. Well, it probably can if you want to take the whole dash out, and just a bigger job than it actually needs to be, than the way it's meant to be.
Long pliers, where are they?
Hang on.
Garage?
Yeah, but hang on, we might actually have to go in from that way.
I don't think I can get the plug out.
No, I think we're going to have to go in that way. This doesn't look the same in the video.
So clutching that out.
Potentially.
Ah.
Time for the scuttle pan to come out, the window wipers, and I can't remember what else comes out here, but we all see. Oh, it's both the headlights as well. Best thing to have is a pot, a magnetic one if you can, to keep all of your bolts together. Now, if you can't put them back where they originally go to keep them safe, then obviously this is the second best thing that you can do to not lose any. Also, a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you disconnect that battery. Right, and then what we've got to get to is down here. That's where 1 and 2 kind of see them there and there. So while we're here, to make it easier when we come to bleed it, we're actually just going to take out the induction, and then maybe what we'll do is when we put it back together, put a new one in.
Big cone, it's a flat thing.
No, it sits under the bloody...
Yeah.
the nipple right there for the clutch. So that's fine, right, we can get to that. My dad's, but remember it's got thingy. It's got a small leak coming from the sump underneath. While we're here, oh, I can't do this and pose a delete. I ain't got a bung. Damn it, I can do a
short shifter?
short shifter though. Right.
Fuck, that's in 25.
Huh?
25.
Let's get this going. Right. Get that side. This might become messy very quickly.
Yeah. Hey, what was that? Off the lines?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh! Oh!
Go, 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 go.
I can't reach it!
I'll put my finger in it. Hang on. Oh no, oh no.
Cat!
Quick.
I can't.
No wonder my dad said it's messy. Put my finger in it, did what? That should be fine now.
Engine they want.
Alright.
Sake. Okay.
Oh, look at that all down.
Oh, mate.
Hmm.
Looped. Is that bad for the car?
It might smell a bit.
What was that? Transmission oil?
No, that's .4
Aye, but what is that?
brake fluid.
She's gonna have no brakes. Well, you've got some to top up anyway, no?
Yeah. Come on, come on. Right. Man, I don't know if that's
I wasn't
flammable or
expecting
not.
that much to come out.
Right, at least that bit's done.
I don't even want to Google.
Okay, just to quickly give you a brief overview of what just happened. It was a case of taking the two lines out of the brake reservoir to the back of the clutch, and it went everywhere. Now to take the clutch pedal out and the steering column. Steering column is held in by 1 bolt and the clutch is held in by 3 bolts. and then pull that plug just there. So let's get that out. And then should. Okay, it is a little bit fiddly under there and very small area to try and get some footage in, but try my best here, guys. Stay with me. I'm also on the road to that 1K, so help a girl out, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell. It is much appreciated, more than you guys know. We finally have the pedal out, so yeah, now let's get to the blower motor up on the top, and yeah, we'll deal with this clutch afterwards. Okay, now that we've got the clutch out, you will now see the blower motor there. Let's see if I can back it under. So there's the blower motor cable. Pull that out, and then we've got to try and get that through this gap here. So let's see if we can get that done. I have finally got the blower motor out of that small gap, and now I've got to get the new one back in. Now we've got to get that one back in, up through that gap there into that hole. So let's get that in. Clutch is back in, and so is the steering column just there. So the same thing in reverse. And now what we need to do is put all this back together, connect these two back up, if you can see them, and then bleed the clutch line. And then we'll put some little goodies just here. Okay, normal me style, we are just going straight in with that short shifter before finishing the job we're meant to be doing. The short shifter itself is literally 3 Allen key bolts over the top and underneath of the gear linkage. I do actually have another video coming that does show this in more detail on how to do it, so keep your eyes peeled for that if that's something you want. Apologies, camera had died, so we have managed to bleed the clutch. The clutch is fully working with the nipple, the orange nipple just there. So we bled it out. We actually gravity bled it because it wouldn't go any other way. We've also put in the induction, but we do need to get the extended hose just to sit down here, because I think this must have been off a race car, because it doesn't go all the way, which if you didn't have a light it would sit there. So I've got that hose coming tomorrow, which will bring it down to under the light. So the lights ain't going in today, they will go in tomorrow. But the rest of it is all back together. Now I'm literally just putting scuttle pan all back in, then I'll put the window wipers back on, and then the only thing left to do will be to put the lights back in tomorrow. So that is the car running, and I'll give you a couple of induction noises now. Okay guys, I'm back. It's another day. I had this hose turn up. Now it's not the right hose that we need, but you can't buy the hose separately without buying the whole system, which we don't need. So I'm going to try and source one when one comes up. But right now we're going to make do with what we've got. So let's get this on and see if it works. What I need to do is actually move this. So I just need to slot it up and take out that cable tie just there and move this to here, and then this will run from here to here and sit down here. So at the minute we are a little short, so we'll see if we can get that in or not. Okay, so we now have an even bigger one, and at least this size we can cut down if we need to. So let's try and get this one on and see how we go. Still can't believe how far this car has come since Christmas, from where it was at to where it is now, and now we're in the stage of modifying it and getting it to where we would like to have it. Still plenty to do on this car to get it where it needs to be, but it's coming along so nicely. Okay, so we've kind of got it in there. I mean, it's in too good enough. Right, it's down there. Okay, it's not sitting flat against the thing. We also don't want it to sit flat against it, because we still want air to get in there. I think that's sitting okay. And then got the pipe coming up into the TIG and then up into the SD. So let's turn it on, see how we get on. Okay, let's get the lights back in and the window wipers back on and put this car back together, and then we'll take it for a drive and see how it's driving. So as it stands right now, this car, the engine in this sense, is back together. Now we do know we need to do the cam belt on this, and we also need to do potentially the turbo. I won't be doing the cam belt myself, it'll go down to Piranha Racing. It's just one job I don't want to tackle yet on my own. So let's get the inside back together and let's see it at the end. And that is the car all back together. I do need to find out why the light isn't shining on this side, as you can see down here. But apart from that, everything is now all back together. And let's just show you that the reason we started this job. So as you can see, it's on high, it's there, and it is coming out. So one successful job done. It's all starting to dry out and stuff. I need to find out why that light isn't working, and then yeah, just a really good clean, and then to sort the water out. Obviously I've got some leaking somewhere. Let's turn that off. Why? Let's turn that off as well. So we've got some leaking. I think it's coming from the roof, where the run down for the rain and stuff is. So I need to just slightly lift up the end by about 8 inches, and I've got that sealant to put all underneath it and bring it down the edge of the boot. Obviously you would have seen in the other video we did do under the bumper. If it doesn't stop, then I will take that back off and seal it. We also need to paint under there. It's not at the top of my list. I mean, it's got etch primer on it, but we do have blue. Not that it's a major thing to have done, but it'll just look nice if it ever comes off again. But as of how it is now, the car is okay. I mean, it does need work. Still needs the cam belt, the turbo. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.